Good morning, students. Now we have to start the first topic of our mathematics part number 1, and the topic number 1 is linear equations in the two variables. Now already we have to learn this topic in standard 9. We see that in the last previous year we see the same chapter, the linear equations in the two variables, and the first practice set is totally depend on the standard from 9. It means it is just revision of this topic. So linear equations in the two variable, and the last year we have seen what is the equations is called the linear equations two variable, what is its standard form, what is the simultaneous equations, and how to find the solution of the simultaneous equations. And in this last year we have seen the two different methods by which we have to find the solution of the simultaneous equation. So we just revise. So first we have to see what is the linear equation two variables. Means there is a equation, we have seen the definition, an equation in which contains two variables like x and y, or like a and b, or like m and n. Means an equation which contains two variables and the degree of each terms containing the variable is 1. Means an equation in which there are two variables like x and y, and the degree of each terms means the degree of the variable either x or y is 1, then such equation is called the linear equations in the two variables. And in the last year we have seen the many example. So now then the second topic, the standard form of the linear equations in the two variables. So what is standard form? That last year we also seen ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is called the standard form of the linear equations in the two variables. And we see that there are x and y two variables and the degree of the each variable is 1. So it's called, so ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is called the standard form of the linear equations two variables. In the last year we have also seen a is called the coefficient of x, b is called the coefficient of y, and c is called constant. Then it is called the standard form, and where a, b, c are any real numbers and the value of a and b is non-zero. So this is the conditions for the standard form of the linear equations there two variables. And then in last year we have also see what is the simultaneous equations. In the last year we have said that when two or more linear equations two variables can be considered uniquely, यानी अगर आप एक और दो इक्वेशंस अगर एक साथ आप अगर कंसिडर करते हैं, so such equations is called the simultaneous equation. And in the last year we have also seen solution of the simultaneous equation, means how to find the value of the variable x and y. And we have seen in the last year we have seen there are two practice sets in which we have seen the solution of the simultaneous equations. Means we have also the definition in the last year, means solution of simultaneous, it means if I have given simultaneous equations, then we have find the value of the x variable and the value of y variable for which the both the given simultaneous equations are satisfied. Then such values of the variable x and y is called the solution of the simultaneous equations. Now this topic we have already studied in the standard 9. Then in standard 9 we have also solved the method of simultaneous equation, means the method of solving the simultaneous equation, means how to solve the simultaneous equation. And in the last year we have seen the two methods, elimination by equating the coefficients, and the second method or B method, the elimination by the substitution. And if there is a, we have the textbook from standard 9, and from this standard 9 we have learned how to solve the simultaneous equation by these two different methods. So the first method, maximum we have used this first method, the elimination by equating the coefficient. So using this method in the last year we have solved the many example. So this is totally revision from the standard 9, means what is a linear equations two variable, what is its standard form, what is its solution, what is the simultaneous equations, then how to solve the simultaneous equation by given these two different methods. That is totally part we have to learn from standard 9. So observe the blackboard and we have to write down the all topic in your notebook. Now, using these methods, we have solved the practice set 1.1. Now there are two methods, and generally we have used the first method, that is the elimination by equating the coefficient. So we have take the first example from practice set 1.1, and in that practice set the first example is just an activity. So we have solved this first activity in your notebook, and now we have taken the second example, that is solve the following simultaneous equations. So this is a given instruction. So we have solved the above equation by any one method. So the first example is 3a plus 5b is equal to 26 and a plus 5b is equal to 26. Now in these two examples, we observe that the coefficient of the variable b is equal. Therefore, we are not equating the coefficient of the b. And again see, in the first example, the coefficient of b is a positive 5, and in second, the coefficient of b is also positive 5. Means in this both example, both have coefficient have equal sign, and we have see in the standard line that if the coefficients are same in sign, for elimination we have take the subtraction, and if the signs are opposite to each other, then we have take addition. So here for elimination of b, we have here subtracting. So I write down the instruction, subtracting equation 1 and 2. So write down equation number 1 and 2, and now we have to subtract. While we have to subtract these two equations, we have changed the sign of the second equation. So this a becomes minus a, this plus 5b becomes minus 5b, and this 22 becomes minus 22. So we have to subtract 3a minus 1a is a 2a, plus 5b minus 5b get cancelled. 26 minus 22 is equal to 4. Divided by 2, we get a is equal to 2. Means we have get the value of the first variable a. Now we have to find the value of second variable, and for that we have substitute the above value in either equation number 1 or in equation number 2. Suppose we are at substitute the value of a is equal to 2. We have substitute the above value in equation number 1 or in equation number 2. But if we observe the second example is simple for finding the value of b. So putting the above value in equation number 2. So what is equation number 2? A plus 5b is equal to 22. The value of a is a 2. So we get 2 plus 5b is equal to 22. Subtracting 2, we get 5b is equal to 22. Divided by 5, we get b is equal to 4. So we have get the value of the both variable. So we get a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 4. Be the solution of the above two simultaneous equations, or we have write in the bracket, first write the value of a, second write the value of b, or we write 2 and 4 be the solution of the simultaneous equation. So using this method, that is first method, by elimination by equating the coefficient, we have find the value of the both variable a and b. Now again in the same practice set, there is another example, and we have taken the example number 4. So here we have get 5m minus 3n is equal to 90. Call it equation number 1. m minus 6n is equal to minus 7, and it is equation number 2. If we observe these both equations, we observe that the value of m coefficients are 5 and 1, and the value of n coefficients are minus 3 and minus 6. So we have equate the value of the m variable. Means we have take the value of coefficient of m is 5. Now for that we have multiply equation number second. We have multiply equation number 1 by 2. So we get 5 10m minus 6n is equal to 38. After multiplying equation number 1 by 2, we get new equations 10m minus 6n is equal to 38. It's called equation number 3. And then observe equation number 2 and 3. And here the value of n coefficients are equals, and their sign is also same. Means minus 6n. And for this elimination of this 6n, we have again take subtraction. So we write subtracting equation number 2 and 3. So we are at this both equation, 10m minus 6n is equal to 38, m minus 6n is equal to minus 7. For subtraction, we have changed the sign of the second equation, plus m becomes minus, the 6n becomes plus, and minus 7 becomes plus. So we get 10m minus 1m is equal to 9m, plus 6n minus 6n get cancelled. 38 plus 7 is 45, divided by 9, we get m is equal to 5. So we have get the value of the first variable m is equal to 5. Now putting this value in the any one equation, so we have write putting the other value of the m variable in equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? 5m minus 3n is equal to 19. After substitute the value of m is 5, so 5 into 5 get 25. It gets minus to the right side. So minus 3m is equal to 19 19 minus 25. 19 minus 25 is a minus 6 divided by minus 3 on both sides. We get n is equal to 2. So in this way, we have take the value of the both variable. So we get the value of the m variable is 5 and the value of n variable is 2. So we write m is equal to 5 and n is equal to 2 be the solution of the simultaneous equation. So observe these both equations and write down in your notebook, and remaining examples you have to give for the homework.